Belts are everywhere, holding up pants, cinching dresses, even doubling as fashion statements. But have you ever wondered where these everyday accessories came from? The story of belts is wilder than you might think, stretching back thousands of years to ancient warriors, royal fashionistas, and some seriously clever inventions. Today, we are unbuckling the fascinating history of belts, unsung heroes of our wardrobes. From their prehistoric beginnings to their role in shaping culture and fashion, belts have a tale to tell that is packed with surprises. So, let's loop through time and explore how this simple accessory became a global icon. In the Middle Ages, belts became a canvas for craftsmanship. European artisans crafted belts with elaborate embroidery, silver buckles, and even gemstones for the wealthy. These were not just accessories, but heirlooms passed down through generations. By the 12th century, belts were so valuable that they were often listed in wills alongside jewelry. Did you know the world's most expensive belt, a Gucci diamond belt, costs over $250,000, thanks to its platinum buckle and 30 carats of diamonds? And in space, astronauts wear specialized belts to anchor tools, and zero-gravity proving belts are literally out of this world. What started as a simple strip of leather has become a global symbol of identity and creativity. Drop a comment below, tell us your favorite belt style or a quirky belt story of your own, and do not forget to subscribe to Objectified for more deep dives into the objects that shape our world. Hit that bell icon so you never miss an episode. The next time you buckle up, take a moment to appreciate the wild journey of this everyday object. Belts prove that even the smallest things can have the biggest stories. These quirky details show how belts have woven themselves into every corner of human life. Or that during World War I, soldiers' belts were so sturdy they were used as emergency stretchers to carry wounded comrades. Until then, keep your style singed and your stories bold. Peace out. In the 1980s, the preppy trend made woven fabric belts a status symbol for Ivy League students, while in the 2000s, oversized belt buckles became a hip-hop fashion staple, with rappers like Lil Jon sporting buckles the size of dinner plates. And here is a quirky one. In 2018, a smart belt called the Welt was launched, which tracks your waist size and eating habits. Talk about a belt that snitches. The invention of the sliding buckle in the 17th century was a game changer, allowing belts to be adjustable for the first time. This made them more practical for everyday wear, from peasants to nobles. Stick around to uncover the surprising origins of belts and why they weigh more than just a strip of leather. Factories churned out leather and fabric belts, making them affordable for the working class. In martial arts, the black belt is a universal emblem of mastery, a tradition that began in 19th century Japan with judo founder Jigo. In Western culture, the cowboy belt buckle, big, bold, and often engraved, became a symbol of rugged individualism in the American West. Native American tribes like the Navajo crafted concho belts with silver medallions, blending spirituality and artistry. Even in modern fashion, belts define identity. Think of punk rockers with studded belts, or luxury brands like Gucci using belts to scream status. Belts are not just functional, they tell the world who you are. The rise of trousers as standard menswear gave belts a new purpose, replacing suspenders as the go-to way to keep pants up. By the early 20th century, belts were a fashion must-have, with designers like Coco Chanel introducing sleek, minimalist styles for women. The 1920s saw the birth of the modern belt loop, cementing belts as a wardrobe essential. Fast forward to today, and belts are high-tech. Think smart belts with fitness trackers, or eco-friendly ones made from recycled ocean plastic. Welcome back to Objectified, the channel where we dive deep into the hidden stories behind the stuff we use every day. The belt's story kicks off over 4,000 years ago. In ancient China, jade belt buckles were believed to ward off evil spirits, while in medieval Europe, knights wore belts blessed by priests before battle. Today, belts still carry symbolic power. Think of championship belts in boxing or wrestling, awarded to signify victory. Whether it is a designer belt flexing wealth or a worn-out leather strap passed down from a grandparent, belts connect us to heritage and personal stories. Archaeological finds from the Bronze Age around 2000 BCE show that early humans in Europe and Asia were already using strips of leather or woven fabric to secure their clothing. Roman soldiers wore a cingula militare, a heavy leather belt with metal plates, to carry swords and pouches. This belt was a badge of honor, marking a soldier's rank and loyalty to Rome. Civilians got in on the action too, using simpler belts to cinch their flowing tunics. The belt was no longer just a tool, it was a cultural staple, blending function with flair. These were not just practical tools, belts were status symbols. In ancient Mesopotamia, warriors wore wide, ornate belts to signify strength, often adorned with metal studs or precious stones. Meanwhile, in ancient Egypt, pharaohs and nobles sported belts with intricate gold buckles, signaling wealth and divine favor. The oldest known belt, found in a Siberian burial site, dates back to 1500 BCE and was crafted from leather with a bronze buckle, proving that even back then, people cared about style. These early belts were not just about keeping tunics in place, they were a way to flex power and identity. Fast forward to the Roman Empire, where belts took on a military edge. As centuries rolled on, belts evolved with technology and fashion. The Industrial Revolution in the 19th century turned belts into mass-produced marvels. Belts have always carried deeper meaning. In many cultures, they symbolize strength and readiness. In some societies, belts have spiritual weight. Here are some jaw-dropping tidbits about belts. Another fun fact, the phrase "tighten your belt" comes from the Great Depression, when people cinched their belts to cope with hunger and shrinking waistlines. From ancient warriors to modern fashion runways, belts have held up more than just clothing. They have carried status, culture, and innovation across millennia. If you loved unbuckling the history of belts, give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who needs to know why their belt is secretly awesome. Thanks for joining us on this belt-tightening adventure. Stay curious, keep exploring, and we will see you in the next video.